Mr. President, dear colleagues, sa ating mga kababayan, isang magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Napakabilis ng 6 na taon. Parang kailan lang nung unang beses akong naupo rito, sabi ko, mukhang matagal-tagal pa at magre-relax tayo. Pero ngayon ay huling araw ko na dito sa Senado. Pero ganun pa man, hindi ko makakalimutan ng aking pong pangako. Noong 2013, ako tumakbo bilang senador ng ating bansa na gusto ko guminhawa ang buhay ng bawat Pilipino. At palagay ko, lahat po tayo dito sa Senado ay yan ang ating hangarin, na gumanda ang kalidad ng buhay, mayangat ang antas ng buhay ng bawat Pilipino. As a first term, I worked hard to become worthy of the trust of our people and the legacy of the great men and women who served in this hallowed institution. My goal was to become an effective lawmaker, addressing the needs of our people, especially the most vulnerable, and rejecting corruption or any acts that would destroy the reputation of my family's name and tarnish the image of the Senate. Despite the fact that I was not a neophyte in government, I was still awed by the prospects of serving our country as the center of this great nation. I consider the mandate given to me by our people both an honor and as a responsibility. And one of the things I learned in this life is never take duty and responsibility lightly. Today, as I leave the Senate, I'd like to think that I have fulfilled the mandate of our people. I'd like to think that I've done my job as best as I could, as honestly as I can be demanded of a public servant. In my 6 years in this chamber, I have authored and co-authored a total of 379 bills. 70 of these were signed into law. As main sponsor and co-author of the Universal Healthcare Law, ang dati nating pinapangarap na libreng serbisyong pangkalusugan ay abot kaya na. While I led the passage of the law as chair of the Committee on Health, credit belongs to all of us in the 17th Congress, and of course, the President who certified the bill as urgent and signed it into law. And at this point, I'd like to thank all my colleagues for supporting this landmark legislation. The principal author, our President, Senate President Pro Tempore Senator Ralph, my co-authors, there are several co-authors of this measure. I'd like to thank all of you and my colleagues for your support. Senate President Soto for giving me the opportunity to become the chairman of Committee on Health. Hindi ko rin akalain nung binigyan niyo sa akin ito, Mr. President, nagulat ako. Sabi ko, naku, anong gagawin ko rito? But the Lord really moves in mysterious ways. Who would have known that we will be able to pass a lot of landmark legislation, especially the Universal Healthcare Law and significant measures under the Committee on Health. So I'd like to thank my colleagues, the Senate President, Senator Recto, Majority Leader Miggs, for really pushing to make sure that this bill will be able to pass, and even the Minority Leader, Senator Franklin Lon, for your valuable contributions in shaping on how this bill became what it is today. So thank you very much, my colleagues. Hindi ko po pwedeng solohin ang Universal Healthcare Law. Lahat po tayo ang may kagagawan ng Universal Healthcare Law. Maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat. Subalit ang ating laban na mabigyan ng mataas na kalidad at abot kayang serbisyong pangkalusugan ang pamilyang Pilipino ay hindi nagtatapos. Kailangan nating siguruhin na may sapat na pondo ang batas upang tunay na mapakinabangan ng bayan. Kaya't ako'y nagagalak na naipasa natin kagabi ang sin tax bill na nagpopondo sa UHC. Kaya maraming salamat sa ating Chairman Committee on Ways and Means, my co-civilian brother, Senator Sani Angara. We are indeed meant for others, not for other women. Kailangan din natin siguraduhin na ang ahensya ng gobyerno, partikular na ang mga lokal na pamahalaan, ay may kakayahang ipatupad ang batas. Siguro nais ko na lang ihabilin sa aking mga colleagues na may iwan dito. Just make sure, I hope, that every budget hearing, that the UHC will be funded and implemented. because this will be a game changer in the healthcare system of the country. Ito na po ang sagot para po guminhawa ang buhay ng ating mga kababayan, lalo na po sa larangan ng kalusugan. To my predecessor and who became my vice chair, Risa, ikaw nang bahalang magbantay na siguraduhin natin na ma-implement ito pong universal healthcare. I would have wished to be here during the 18th Congress to continue the struggle with you, but God has other plans. To my colleagues and the incoming senators of the 18th Congress, sa inyo ko na ibibili ng batas na ito, sana'y masiguro ninyo na maayos ang implementasyon nito. Bahala na po kayo at matutukan ang funding at implementasyon ng UHC. Likewise, I sponsored and co-authored the law establishing the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development. We envision that the DHSUD will better address the housing problems of the country, specifically the increasing housing backlog, the increasing number of informal settlers at risk, and the poor implementation of existing housing laws. Ang layunin po natin na sana po balang araw ay dapat wala nang tawaging squatter sa sariling bayan. I'm also proud that I co-authored the Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Act. When I started as a public servant, one of my goals was to have at least one graduate in every family. Sabi ko noon, sana magkaroon ng graduate sa bawat pamilya upang maiangat nating anas ng buhay ng bawat pamilyang Pilipino. With this law, that dream is about to be realized. I'd like to specifically give recognition to my good friend, my colleague, even though we come from opposite sides. The beauty of the Senate is that we cross party lines for the good of the people. I'd like to congratulate and thank and recognize Senator Bam for sponsoring and spearheading this landmark legislation that would really give access to good quality tertiary education to our poor but deserving students. So to my partner, it was a pleasure working with you. And I'd like to thank all my colleagues also for making this possible. Ang tatlong mahalagang batas na ito na pinasa natin sa ika-57 Kongreso ay malaking tulong upang mapaginhawa ang buhay ng bawat Pilipino at papalapit tungo sa katuparan ang ating mga pangarap sa bawat pamilya. Disente pabahay, abot kayang serbisyo pangkalusugan at mataas na kalidad ng edukasyon. Para sa ating mga kababayang magsasaka, isinulong natin ang Free Irrigation Service to Small Farmers Act at ang Anti-Agricultural Smuggling Act upang matulungan sila mapalago ang kanilang kita at may pagpatuloy ang modernisasyon ng sektor ng agrikultura. Bukod sa mga batas nito, ako din ay naging Vice Chair ng Finance Committee. And at this point, I'd like to thank Senator Loren Legarda, the Chairman of the Finance Committee. Thank you, Tita Ganda, sa iyong, for your trust and confidence, sa iyong tiwala sa akin. And probably, I would tell my colleagues that probably this is one of the best things that has ever happened to me in the Senate, and I enjoyed defending the budgets of the different agencies of government. Napakalaking bagay at talagang ito po yung isa sa aking pakiramdam ko, ito yung talagang nakakatulong tayo sa ating mga kababayan. So, Senator Loren, thank you very much for the trust and confidence that you have given me in making me your Vice Chair of the Committee on Finance. I defended the budget of major agencies like the OTR, DOH, DLG, among others. Minsan po tinatawagan ako ni Senator Loren Friday ng gabi. At pag i-schedule na Monday ng umaga, sabi niya, JB, pagod na ako. Pwede bang ikaw na lang magdepensa? Sabi ko, tita, hindi ako nag-hear niyan. Hindi, kaya mo yan. Being a good soldier, I never refuse. And how can I refuse, Senator Loren? Thank you very much for that trust and confidence to my Tita Ganda, Senator Loren. I push for the funding of the PNR North Line, the subway system, the Mindanao Railways, the new Clark International Airport Terminal Building, All of these are now undergoing construction or which will soon commence construction. This is in line with my belief that without infrastructure development, there can be no progress. Sana po ipagpatuloy ng ating po mga kababayan ang ating po mga infrastructure development, because I know that this will stimulate economic growth and this will really spread out the development and cause inclusive growth. In the past 3 years, we have also seen the improvement of the PNP's capability through the acquisition of air and maritime assets, firearms and equipment. Hopefully, this will provide our police with the capacity to better maintain peace and order in our communities. That is through our efforts in defending the budget of the ILG and PNP. These are just some of the important legacies of the 17th Congress, of which I'm very proud of, to have been part of. I'm particularly proud of being part of the Senate. Here I had the distinct opportunity of working with and learning from some of the best minds in government. At this point, I'd like to thank my colleagues. Again, to Senate President Tito Soto, thank you for your support and leadership. Again, I will never forget that day that you nominated me as chairman of the Committee on Health. To my surprise, sabi ko nga, hindi ko alam ang gagawin nun. But it turned out to be the best, probably one of the best things that happened to me in this Congress. And we were able to pass under your leadership, Mr. Senate President, a lot of significant measures: the mental health law, HIV/AIDS, also, of course, the universal health care law, and other significant measures under the committee. Thank you very much, Senate President Soto, as well as your support for yours truly, even if I was trailing in the first part, in the earlier part of the campaign. But your wholehearted support in my campaign really boosted my candidacy. Thank you very much to our Senate President. And I hope if I can only be here to vote for you, I will vote for you again. Senate President Pro Tempore Ralph, thank you for all the times you grilled me with your astute questions on the floor of the Senate. Those are all well taken, because those helped me a lot in shaping all of the measures. And being the chairman, the principal author of the Universal Healthcare Law, I'm glad that we are really partners, being the principal sponsor. So thank you very much to our Senate President Pro Tempore Ralph. And I hope that we will have more time now, especially when your rendezvous at night. Please invite me. To our Majority Leader, Senator Mig Subiri, my seatmate, my partner in the 2013 elections, thank you for guiding me and the entire body to become more efficient and effective in our job. I really admire you, Sen. Migs. You are really a leader. The seatmates is not only a barkada, not only are we young, but we are all hardworking. And I would say that under your leadership, the seatmates became one of the vital factors on why this Senate has become very productive. You were very instrumental in passing a lot of significant measures and landmark legislations. Thank you again to my very good friend, my seatmate, Majority Leader Senator Mig Subiri. To Minority Leader Senator Frank, salamat sa lahat ng tulong. When I first came in the Senate, you were the Senate President. I was in the opposition. It was awkward at first, but probably that trip to Turkey, when parliamentary visit to Turkey, when we were supposed to be 6, but in the end, it was just you and me. Sa totoo lang, naiyak ako mag-cancel kasi pag hindi ako sumama, baka sabihin ayoko kayo kasama. But it turned out to be very, very well, and that's when I saw how good that Senator Villar really has a good heart. He treated me like a younger brother or a younger son, even though I was in the opposition. Thank you very much, Senator Frank, and also for endorsing me in the last election in the Western Visayas, even though I was in the administration and you were in the opposition. Thank you very much, Tito Frank. My special mention goes to my seatmates again. Of course, Senator Joel, Sir Sherwin, Senator Sunny, Again, we're not just a barkada, but sort of a block, united by a desire to serve the public effectively. It is a great group to bounce of ideas, debate, and learn. Please keep that seat warm for me, guys. I hope to be back soon. And thank you very much also for coming out in my good one ad. Kahit na si Sen Sherwin baliktad ang sayaw. Siya yung wala sa ano, pagka nasa kanan lahat, nasa kaliwa siya, pero okay pa rin. A for the effort. Thank you. Thank you, bro. I'm really proud of you. I cannot be any proud. I'm very proud to be a seatmate. I'm really proud of you guys. Please continue serving the nation. To Senator Lauren, again, I have already thanked you. I can't thank you enough for making me the chairman of Committee on Vice Chair of Committee on Finance. And probably this is where I was able to discover my other talent of defending the budgets of the different departments, of the key departments of government. Thank you very much, Senator Lauren, for the trust. To my kapatid, Senator Grace, who was also my chairman in the Public Service Committee, thank you very much, kapatid, for your support, especially the last election, kahit na even though we were campaigning separately, I know for a fact that you were endorsing me. Thank you very much for that. Alam mo na ako talaga good one. Kaya maraming salamat. And thank you very much for the time that you as Public Services Chair, I was the Vice Chair, that we had a very good tandem. More often than not, that you will lead me while you take your break. But it was a very good partnership, I would say, and I'd like to thank you for the opportunity of serving the Public Service Committee, which is really dear in my heart and my advocacy. Thank you, kapatid. Thank you very much, and it's an honor to be your Vice Chair. To Senator Ping Lacson, whose witty, stinging eloquence never fails to impress me. Thank you for all the help and the kind words you have offered, especially during the campaign. I call him Mr. No Nonsense in the Senate. He will speak his mind. Pag si Senator Lacson nagsalita, yan po ay totoo. Kaya lang, sa inyong pag-endorse sa akin, Senator Ping, medyo nakita na talagang ako rin ang mas paborito mo. Senator Greg Unasan, whose disciplined and soft-spoken character is matched only by his burning love for the country. I'd like to thank you for your brotherly advice. Salamat, Kuya Greg, para kang isang nakakatandang kapatid. Maraming salamat for your, minsan lang siya magsalita, pero laging may laman. To our Mama Bear, Senator Cynthia Villar, who was caring, nurturing, and occasionally giving us that motherly star looks to set us right. Salamat sa iyong pag-aalaga, my Mama Bear, during the campaign, dahil ako po ay medyo hirap sa pondo, buti na lang ay nandyan ka at ako'y nakakasabay sa Air Villar. Salamat sa iyong pag-aalaga sa akin. And she treated me sa like a son. Maraming salamat, Tita Cynthia, sa iyong pag-aalaga sa akin at pagtrato sa akin bilang inyong anak. Parang anak na rin. Pero kung i-adapt niyo ako, okay lang din. At papamanahan. To our minority senators, Senator Bam, Senator Kiko, Senator Sunny, Senator Laila, and to my Health Committee Vice Chair, Senator Risa, thank you for performing your role as fiscalizers in the Senate. What I'm proud of is working with you. More often than not, we cross party lines for the good and for the interest of the greater good, for the common good. Thank you very much. And it's a pleasure working with all of you. Doon ko nakita the beauty, doon ko napatunayan na dito sa Senado, wala talaga parti-partido. Kung ano ang makakabuti sa ating makababayan, ay tayo po ay nagkakaisa. Again, it's a pleasure working with all of you. Sayang wala na po si Senator Sunny. Gusto ko sana sabihin kay Senator Santrillanes, hindi man ako kuplater, ay ako po ay naging sympathizer din niya. Again, to Senator Bam, sa aking partner, para tayong pareho. Sometimes it's painful, but it's a hard reality that performance is not an incentive to election. But nonetheless, what we have done, passing the Universal Healthcare Law, passing the Free Higher Education Act, what is more important is that it will impact a great majority of our people. So it was a pleasure working with you, Sen Bam, and again, Sen Riza, sa akin pong predecessor and also my Vice Chair. There was no animosity. We worked well together. Thank you very much for your cooperation. We also, I would say that we really had a good working relationship. We were able to pass a lot of significant measures in the Committee on Health. Thank you very much. Senator Cheese, siguro ikaw na rin isa sa aking pinakamatagal na kaibigan dito. Nagsimula tayo sa opposition noon. Maraming salamat sa iyong suporta sa Sorsogon, and good luck in your new endeavor as the Governor of Sorsogon. Sayang nga kung ako'y sinuwerte yung pinag-usapan natin, and I'm very happy that you will prioritize healthcare in your program in Sorsogon as Governor. And I'd like to also congratulate and wish you luck that Sorsogon is one of the pilot areas for universal healthcare. Good luck, my good friend, sa iyong bagong responsibilidad bilang gobernador ng probinsya ng Sorsogon. Senator Duke, I've learned so much from you. Salamat sa lahat. You were really a good friend. Although you're, kahit na ikaw ay nasa blue side, we are both meant for others. I would like to stress that I was educated in the Jesuit institution longer. Naligaw lang sandali. But thank you very much for all of those times that lalo na sa ating mga joint hearings. Thank you very much sa 5%. Niloloko na 5% lang daw ako nagsalita. But just a joke. But it was a pleasure. But it was a pleasure working with Senator Dick. No? Yung kanyang talagang yung pag-push siya rin sa Dingbaksya issue. He really pushed for that. Thank you very much for that experience of being with you. Niloloko ka nila mga ito. To Senator Manny, hindi ka lang pambansa kamo, kundi pang kamao ng Senado. It was a pleasure being with you. Imagine being working a colleague of mine. You are a national treasure. Yun nga lang, ayoko magtatabi sa iyo noon. Kasi minsan akala na ako'y si Buboy Fernandez. Para medyo malayo naman. Senator Coco Pimentel, to my fellow JCI brother, our former Senate President, thank you also very much for the chance that you gave me when the time that you were Senate President, for the opportunities that you have given me to shine, to preside, to do my thing. Maraming salamat din sa inyo. And of course, to Senator Nancy Binay, finally, my partner in 2013 campaign, kami po ay magkakasama dahil kami nasa oposisyon, sinuyod namin lahat. Nangitim tayong sabay. Hindi na nga bumalik ang kulay natin. Pero good luck. I'm very happy that you're still here. Huh? And I'm very happy that, alam mo, gusto ko lang sabihin sa inyo, no? If you're not Senator Nancy who's on 12th place talaga, I'll be more aggressive. Kaya siya ay tumahimik talaga ako. Kaya wag mo na paniwalaan yung tumawag sa iyo na ako nagpapa-operate. Kasi hindi totoo yun. May tumawag sa iyo, pero ang nagpa-operate, siguro yung mga tumalon. Kasi nung natulog ako, nawala na ako sa top 12 eh. Dapat pala hindi talaga ako natulog. Anyway, it was a privilege to have been part of an illustrious group of public servants who set aside political good, political and other differences to be able to work together for the common good. You are part of the reason why I love this job. I will surely miss the debates, the camaraderie, the better and the insightful conversations. I'd like to thank all of you, my colleagues, for strengthening my faith in the virtue of public service. Some would say that there are only a few good men and women in politics, and I'm glad that I've worked with that very few good men and women here in the Senate. They say that public officials are only as good as their staff. And at this point, I'd like to thank my amazing Senate staff for making the work a bit easier. Do not be sad. Huwag kayong malulungkot o umiyak. Baka mahawa pa ako. For the last time, walk in the halls of the Senate with your head up high, because we serve this institution with utmost dedication and dignity. We will walk away from this august chamber with our integrity intact. Hold your head up high. Hold your head up high. To my amazing staff, please stand up. Magsitayo po kayo. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat. So last, to my Chief of Staff, Attorney Cheryl, Attorney Joanne, si Attorney Joanne, who is in charge of the Universal Healthcare Law, Attorney Jeng Rondal, who is in charge of the Department of Human Settlements and my EAI. Kung napansin niyo, panay babae aking staff. Ha? Masisipag at magaganda at masisipag. And so, maraming salamat sa aking staff. You're amazing. Thank you very much. Again, wag na kayo masyado malungkot. We should be proud that we serve this August Chamber with dignity. To my Healthcom Secretary, Ms. Beth Cruda, maraming salamat. Comsec, at least napasa natin ang Universal Healthcare Law, a landmark legislation under our watch. Sa housing naman, ang pagpasa ng Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development, Attorney Rachel Yuayan. Thank you. Maraming salamat din sa mga staff at empleyado ng Senado. Mula sa Secretariat, sa USAA, sa ating mga page, sa mga elevator girls, sa ating mga maintenance, at sa lahat ng empleyado. Maraming salamat. Alam nyo, hindi naman ako malungkot ako, totoo lang sa nangyari. Pero, noong pumasok ako noong unang araw dito sa Senado, nakita ko sa elevator pa lang, mga security, mga USAA, parang sila mas malungkot pa kaysa sa akin. Doon ko naramdaman, na ang sarap pala ng pakiramdam, yung mga taong kasama mo ay malungkot, ibig sabihin, kilala ka nila. Kaya maraming salamat sa inyo. Sila ang nakasama natin tuwing budget hearings, magmula umaga hanggang madaling araw. Salamat sa mga tubig, sa kape, sa coke, sa mani, para lang tayo tumagal. Maraming salamat sa inyong pag-aalaga sa akin. Huwag na kayo malulukot at iiyak. Hindi kasama sa script yan, baka magkaiyakan pa tayo. Hindi po mawawala ang good one, nandiyan lang sa tabi-tabi. Kaya huwag kayong iiyak. To the Senate media, maraming salamat din. Thank you very much for covering me and treating me as a friend. Siyempre, kasama na yung mga page natin. Actually, sila nga yung pag nakikita ko, malungkot eh. Huwag na kayo malulungkot, nandyan lang ako sa tabi-tabi. Who knows, sana sa paglipat natin, ay sana po ikasama nyo na rin ako. So Senate Media, thank you very much for covering all of us. Thank you for covering me also, for giving me the chance to be able to be heard, no, for all my advocacies and what we have been fighting for. Maraming salamat. And for treating me as a friend. Maraming salamat sa Senate Media. And last but not the least, I'd like to thank my family for supporting what I do, for understanding the sacrifice necessary to perform the task the people gave us. To my wife, Cindy, and to my sons, Emilio and Julio, sabi ko sa kanila, nung nagbibilangan, nalulungkot sila. Sabi ko, don't be sad if I'm no longer the senator. Be proud, because people will say, your dad was a good public servant. And for me, that is the best inheritance, that's the best gift I can give my children, is my good name. And of course, to my mom, was always been there for me, taking care of me, kahit na hindi tayo magkasundo madalas. Mag-isa lang na ako pero hindi pa kami magkasundo pero but making sure the right thing. My mom, I hope I made you proud, but she's the one who always made sure that my feet is always on the ground. Kaya po hindi po tayo lumaking ulo o anuman, hindi tayo lumipad. She has always reminded me to keep my values and to keep my feet on the ground. Yan po ang aking nanay. Napakaganda ng aking mother, kaya nga po, lamang din po ako sa iba. Sa aking ama, bagamat wala siya, si Pangulong Mayor Erap, nais ko magpasalamat sa lahat na ibinigay mo sa akin, kahit na hindi mo na ako favorite son ngayon, at medyo hindi na nagtutugma ang ating direksyon lately, pero hindi ko pa rin pwedeng kalimutan na ikaw pa rin aking ama. And I hope that you will appreciate in the end na ako ay hindi ko sinira ang iyong pangalan kailanman. And most of all, I'd like to thank the Filipino people for their trust and support. It's been an honor to have served you, and I hope I did not disappoint you. Again, I may not have won in the final tally, but I do hope and I believe that I have won the hearts of the Filipino people. The tremendous support that was shown during and after the elections was really tremendous. Especially in social media, somehow lessened the heartache. I have no bitterness because I was overwhelmed by the show of concern and support. Muli sa aking mga minamahal na kababayan, maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat. Sa pagkakataon na ako po ay binigyan nyo ng tiwala at ako'y ginawa niyong senador ng ating bansa. Hindi ko makakalimutan ang pagkakataon na ako'y nakapaglingkod sa ating pong bayan. Maraming salamat po. Sometimes the best lesson in life comes not from victory but from setbacks and how we move on from them. Greatness is not measured by recognitions and awards, but it is how many times you get back up each time you fall. What is important is that once given opportunity, we make a difference. We had 6 fruitful years, productive years here in the Senate, 6 good years, and I would call it probably one of the best years in my life were spent here in the Senate. We made a difference. Again, it has been a pleasure serving all of you. Maraming salamat sa pagkakataon to. Siguro for the last time, the good one is signing off, but not for long. Hopefully, I will see you very soon. And for the last time, I hope that you will see my commercial. Maraming salamat sa ating colleagues. Para paalala nyo.
Pili ng senador,
Kailangan naging mapanuri.
JV Ejercito.
Magaling! Walang pari! Doon ako sa mabait, doon ako sa magaling. JB Ejercito. JB is a good one, JB is a good one. JB Ejercito. JB good, JB good, JB is a good one.
JV Ejercito. Ibalik ang good sa Senado.
Joe the Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President.